whoever the fuck you are, close your legs and open your wallet. Farrah Fawcett? No offense to Farrah Fawcett, sorry. That's Summer Sanders. Yeah. Summer Sanders, bro. She also hosted that reality show, Single Out. Remember Single Out? Me and my mom used to watch this shit right before like Tales from the Crypt. Wait, dude, remember those dating shows where like the person like had their back turned, they had to pick them based off personality.
Next, you remember Next? Oh.
Next was the opposite. Next, they walk in, be ugly, like next. You couldn't even get a word out your mouth before you get kicked off the bus.
That's how we got Riff Raff. That shit was fucked.
No, Riff Raff was from G's and Gents. It was teaching like ghetto niggas how to be proper. Dude, I remember her on fucking.
Or some shit.
Dude, I used to follow. She was like the bitch I wanted to fuck on MySpace.
Oh, bro, she was top 8 for a minute.
Oh yeah.
For no reason.
When you had randos on your top 8.
Exactly.
Speaking of, if you kept Tom on your top 8, fuck you.
Yeah,
I fucking hate you.
Yeah.
Black Eyed Peas had some ownership of MySpace at one point. When I first started making music, it was like right before MySpace was starting to fizzle out. Or if you were savvy enough, you could dip into the HTMLs and make it play where people couldn't turn it off unless they turned the volume off. So you had to listen to my shit. You couldn't pause it or nothing. Dude, MySpace was crazy. You're not gonna like search Facebook and like find a fine bitch who lives in like Wyoming and add her. But I applied to UT. I got into UT. I was supposed to go to UT, but we didn't move, so I didn't go because out-of-state tuition was a bitch. But like before, like bro, when I was still in high school, we were supposed to move my junior year to Dallas. We were actually gonna move to one of those like outskirt bullshit places. You know, like they're all the same. Plano and Arlington were 2 of them. Those are all those little things because she was just McAllen, yeah. Because you never say Wisconsin because nobody cares about Wisconsin. You're Cali or you're Florida. AOL chat rooms. Sex location. ASL, baby. Who are you? I'm always 14 male Cali, bro. It's always Cali because Cali's a cool spot to be. I say WI, they're like, where's that? I'm like, Wisconsin, bro. Yeah, they're like, gives a fuck though. They're like, oh, he's ugly. The dude who won, he did something. The dude who won in Michigan, his name's Ruga. He did something. The final round, bro. He did an Eminem beat, which made sense because they were in Michigan. And he appealed to the audience, but it's like your originality is one of the biggest variables, and you're about to jack a beat. I've seen niggas advance because they've taken a popular beat and they still got away with it, but you would never win doing that. And I'm just like, damn, that was ballsy as fuck. But oh my god,
yeah,
he murdered it. It was undeniable. At one point, the beat even dropped, and he was like, a moment of silence for whatever, and like name dropped the other artist he was going up against, and everybody just like went crazy. Yeah, so it was like, yeah, you're gonna win. Outside of my teens is like Milwaukee, whereas my 20s was Texas. And like what I really do as a 7-year-old in Milwaukee, just play and shit, but my environment didn't mean shit. And then I moved to Austin because of music, meeting people in San Antonio that brought that opportunity on. So Damien, my brother, he's been musically inclined. So he's been doing music since he picked up a guitar. He got it for Christmas like when he was like 12 or 13. And my parents paid for like lessons, and they didn't last. And they were pissed. They thought they wasted money because he just stopped going. And he was just in his room though, doing it, and nobody knew it. Well, we knew, but like all of a sudden he's just like in a band and shit, and he like really took it seriously a lot more than they thought after he dropped out of lessons. So he was always in bands, like traveling and shit. So when we moved to San Antonio, these group of dudes we met they're like a pop punk band. They're their biggest influence, like Fall Out Boy, like some emo like shit, like motherfucker.
Yeah, I was gonna say like what like.
Yeah, like Jimmy Wednesday shit. Like that's where we're on heavy.
Heavy pounds. Yeah,
dude, it was like, so like they wanted Damien because he played guitar, and then they were like, I was hanging out with them, we were smoking weed every single day. Like I worked with one of them, Mikey is one of my best, he became my best friend, he's one of my best friends now. And it was just like we were just chilling at their house and they're just playing guitar and like just the jam sessions, and I had really nothing that fit in. They're like, can you rap? I'm like, some black nigga. And I didn't rap. I really didn't. But I tried to spit some shit. They over acoustic guitar, I spit some shit and it worked out. It was like fun. And they're like, well, you could be in our, we're getting your brother as our guitarist. You should be in it. Like, we should start a band. And I was like, fuck yeah. And we named it Parker Murray because Parker Murray was where I came from. I lived on the corner of Parker Murray and Milwaukee. And it was like when we partied when I was in college, going to UWM. It was just the party house. Like a motherfucker. Like dropped out of college because of my GPA went from a 3.3 cum to like a 1.9 in 1 year because of that. Like crazy, bro. And that's why I took the move with my mom because it was like, I'm going downhill like a motherfucker. Like I'm partying every single day. Like blackout drunk every single day. Got to the point where people were just knocking on our door, strangers, just because it was known as a party house. My homegirl hit me up the year I was in San Antonio, and she called me. She's like, dude, it's so crazy. I'm in your house. Coincidentally, some new friends or some friends I have are they live here now. It's weird because I'm in your house, but you're not here. Then she calls me like a month and a half later, and she's like, dude, the cops just came to their house randomly and said, it's almost New Year's. Don't even think about having a party because we're watching your house from what we did the year before. Yeah. No, dude, one time I actually went, when I was in San Antonio, I was at the mall, and these like 3 kids were following me. And I didn't know at first. I'm like, I'm not about to be creeped out by a bunch of little kids, but I think they're following me. And I just kept seeing them, and they'd make eye contact and like kind of turn around. And one time, like the third time I saw them, they actually were like peeking around a corner, and I saw him. It was like weird as fuck at that point. And then his friend like pushed him out. He's like, just go. And he comes up to me, and I'm like, are you following me? He's like, are you Kid Cudi? And I'm like, it's funny because I wasn't pissed. I was 20, just turned 20. That's right. The first, yeah, it was yeah. No, I get Kid Cudi a lot.
Yeah, and that was probably right when he was.
Yeah, but it's just funny because I'm like, people are always like, how you feel more black or more white? It's like, well, I'm literally just mixed. I feel biracial. You know what I'm saying? And biracial people go through their own sort of life. You know what I'm saying? Like, never really fitting in. I'm not black or white. I get black people are like, you talk white. I'm like, okay, way to insult our race because I'm intelligent. I talk like a white person. It's the stupidest shit. Yeah.
He's like,
come off white, but on acid rap.
Yeah, dude.
Say I talk white because I'm all like, I mean, that's what it was. And especially because like my parents we were poor. We were poor as fuck. So I lived in the hood in Milwaukee, but then I went to school in the suburbs because my parents like really wanted me to get a good education. So like they sent me off like what would be comparable in Austin to like me living downtown, like on 12th and Chacon, to going to school in Pflugerville. I used to tell hoes that I was dark light or off white, but I'd fight if niggas said that I talk white. Both my parents was black. They said it fit that I talk right. Exactly. Yeah, man, and that's how I was. So I went to school with like majority white kids. And I was their black friend. Yeah, ants on the log, bro. Fucking peanut butter raisins on celery, nigga. That's what I was doing.
Bro,
Yeah, ants on the log.
fire.
So yeah, I went straight to first grade. And then I remember I got beat up by one of my first days of school. I cried. The kid stole my hat. I had like a Scully cap. I just, he stole it off me in the middle of like the bell ringing and transition. All I remember, and I probably like fabricated and changed my memory of this and made it a lot darker than it actually was. But people like walking by, and I'm just like in the middle, and this kid just like runs by and snatches my skull cap, and I'm just sitting there like, what the fuck? Just start crying because I was still a bitch. I was only 6. Yeah, it's a bitch age. It's definitely a bitch age. So I'm crying, and I'm just sitting there, and kids are just walking by, and like nobody's paying attention to me. I'm just sitting there crying until everybody's almost like it's completely gone. No, I'm by myself. That's what I remember. It's probably not how it happened. It's crazy, yes. And the unemployment's insane. It's, for my whole life, it was rated the #1 most segregated city in the country. Like, you drop me off in Milwaukee blindfolded, bro. You take them off. I'll tell you exactly what side of town we are by just looking at the race. There is, bro. To be honest, I would even feel like fraudulent trying to speak on a lot of things like that, like the scene. Because, yeah, I moved at 19.
Anyone come out of Milwaukee that I don't know of, like big, besides
Cuckoo
like
Cow.
Well, I feel like...
You know Cuckoo Cow?
No, it's Minneapolis.
No. Cuckoo Cow's Milwaukee. In My Projects.
Oh.
He was like the first big name to come out of Milwaukee. Like to make it like on MTV, like, top 10 video countdown type shit. In My Projects.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah, on 106 in Park and all that shit. Like during that time, Cuckoo Cow, was the first one to do some mainstream shit from Milwaukee, as far as I know. And during me growing up, and I was way too young, I wasn't involved in music at all. I was just like a fan. Like these niggas, when I was living on Park and Murray, like I said, it was my first time living on my own. I got my own apartment. Damien was a senior in high school. He lived with me, and he transferred to a school that was down the street from me. And he dropped out. He didn't go to school ever. And he would throw those, like, we were 2 blocks away from this one popular venue, the Miramar Theater, and they would have shows there. And they'd have shows with like 70 kids, and we'd all go to the show and then just walk back to my house and just fucking rage. Like, if I was trying to do this music shit then, I'd be famous, 100%, because I had the following. Just because I'm telling you, bro, people would just come to my house, knock on the door, and be like, "Are y'all partying tonight?" And I'm like, "Who the fuck are you?" No, I mean, it's just like a couple of us just drinking, like we're playing like drinking games by ourselves. It's like the homies, like 6 of us. But I mean, you got a 30-pack, come in here. Yeah, fuck it. Who are you? And then all of a sudden he makes a phone call, and then a couple other people make a phone call, and then there's 20 people at our house, and it's like, well, it's a party, fuck it. And then in the next hour, my house is 80% strangers. And I'm just like, whatever, bro. We're paying rent. We would throw, like, we call them WAP parties. People call trash can punch. So like I was just taking Everclear and just fucking that. Dude, I'm paying my rent. Bro, if you looked at my apartment complex, we had like this thing that stuck out about this much from the wall, and it bordered the whole ceiling. And by the time we moved out, I'm telling you, bro, the whole fucking ceiling in the living room is Everclear about us. Like the last like 3 months, bro, we didn't even clean. There was no point. Like like our bedrooms were like, nobody went in our bedrooms. They were upkept, but our house was trashed. Like our floor stuck, like you walk on it, you never take your shoes off.
How many people lived in there at one point?
Only 3 of us. You're thinking about when I first moved to Austin with the band, we had a 8-bedroom house.
Yeah,
and at one point it was like, no, it was a 7-bedroom house.
That's
Sorry.
Crazy.
The 7th bedroom was the master room, and that's when we had it like all like fucking egg cartons. We just put on the wall so soundproof it, and it was our practice space. And then yeah, at one point there was 7 bedrooms, all occupied by 7 dudes, and then 3 girlfriends lived there as well in their bedrooms. So it was like 10 people at once. You could just have a party just by having everybody at home.
That's crazy.
It was fun. It was fun, but it's like, but then you also like, if you think about it, you got 10 people who leave 3 things on the table. That's 30 things on the table. You know what I'm saying? That table is trashed, but nobody feels like they trashed it because they only put 3 things on the table. So and then that's for the whole house. So the house was always dirty, and nobody wanted to clean it up, and it just became like people were just on top of each other. It was way too much. Yeah, Damien, we put out an EP together, and then we found I was working at Iron Cactus right there on 6th and Trinity, and a guy started working with us, and he could sing. So we put out an EP, and it was me and Damien. We still call Park and Murray, and then we got him to sing on 4 of the 6 songs. And we put that out. It's called Race Music.
Now, did Calm Child come from when you were in Milwaukee?
I never promoted heavily. No, Calm Child started right at that moment as well, because what we ended up doing on accident, that the same kid, we were regulars over at what is now, it was Old School. It was Paradise Cafe, then it was Old School, and now it's Poor Choices.
Yeah.
It's right across the street from Chupacabra, Caddy Corner, Iron Cactus across the street. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So when I worked at Iron Cactus, it was called Paradise Cafe. Had the same feel as Old School, like a shitty bar with shitty food, and you walked in there and you're confused. You know, like, why? What are we doing here? Eating, drinking, I don't fucking know. This sucks. Nobody's in here. But we were regulars because we worked right there, so we got hooked the fuck up. And we go there just to eat because everything else was closed down. And Ben was his name. And he was just going to sing. He wrote like 4 songs with us. He was singing, and we like became tight. He actually ended up living in the house. We rotated a lot of people out, but he was in the house for a minute. And he came and he's like, dude, I got us a gig at Paradise Cafe. I'm like, okay, that's dope. He's like, yeah, 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. I was like, why? 4 hours, bro? We have like a 30-minute set. He's like, yeah, but I took it. We could do something, right? And I'm like, play our set 8 times? What are you talking about, nigga? Why'd you do that? We were so pissed at him. Hated him. And I was like, so what's their sound system like? He's like, oh, they don't have one.
Wait, what? You have to bring your own equipment?
So we had to bring our own equipment. I was like, bro, we don't have equipment. So we went on the fly, let's go to Rock and Roll Reynolds. And I rent, I was like, fuck it, dude. So I go to Rock and Roll Reynolds. I rent 2 JBL speakers, huge speakers, and a PA. And a monitor and a microphone. and we were playing off an aux cord. And I just got a bunch of homies. I'm like, who wants to rap? Who wants to fucking rap? You got 15 minutes. Fuck it, we got to fill this 4-hour slot. And we just did that. And it was fucking, it was dope. It was dope. And the bar was like, yeah, come back next Sunday. I was like, okay. So next Sunday, we tried to find someone who could DJ. And we got a DJ, and we just kept doing it. Just kept booking people. And I mean, I've worked with like Subculture Patriots through that. Like, this when I started meeting all like the local rappers I started getting affiliated with. Because they all started coming, and like they wanted a slot. And I just needed bodies. So I'm just giving anybody a slot. Nobody's getting paid, but like take a slot. Like, fuck it. Right. And then one day I come there, and the doors, they're not locked, but they're pretty much, the DJ's spinning, and they're like, you're not playing. And they went behind my back in the bar. The GM went to my DJ, who I literally just met anyway, and they cut me out. And it was because the DJ was spinning top 40, and it was bringing people in the bar, but like the acts were kind of killing business. Understandable, but it's like, damn, that was shady as hell. That's my DJ. So we just got literally told on the spot, you're not doing this anymore, bye. A month later, bro, they get shut down for like money laundering. Like instant karma type shit. And at the same time, I was friends already with Griff and my homie Nolan, and they were all working at Bat Bar. And they're like, bro, we're closed on Mondays. If you want to come out on the next day, like, on Monday, we're on your weekly. We have a sound system and everything. As long as you make us more than $500, we can keep the lights on. I was like, bet. And I ran a weekly there for a year and a half. And then I started the Calm Child shit. And then we moved it up to Wednesdays, and because it was on a Monday, we moved to Wednesdays, and we moved to Thursdays, and I started, it ran through fucking South by Southwest, and the GM was just like, bro, you've been with me for this long, like, you can have a South by Southwest day. So I booked like dope acts. That's when I started working with Zeely and Franchise and all those niggas, and like Dub Six and all the niggas who were like really making moves in the city, who wouldn't just perform for me for no charge, but like, I'm putting you on for South by Southwest, and then I put myself on. So we stopped performing. We were just like really giving everybody opportunity. And then when we got a big show like South by, we jumped on. And that's kind of how we killed two birds with one stone. And that's how I just got really tight with all these artists. And South by is where I met, Stacks, and started rap for Stack. And, it's Ben's fuck up at Paradise Cafe is what really got me into like throwing events. Because once I had a resume, it was kind of just like, I can do this for your venue. And like, you get an opportunity, just capitalize on it. So you need an investor. You need money. Like, you need money, and you're not gonna make money doing this without money. So you need the money. It's like a fucking, what came first, the chicken or the egg? It just fucking sucks.
You want to break down Rap for a Stack real quick?
Yeah. Rap for a Stack. It's and it's original song, like a head-to-head original song competition. So not like a rap battle. But say, for instance, me and you, we'd both get called up on stage. You'd perform your song. Then I would perform my song. And then we have 3 industry-level judges who are, like, active in the community and affiliated with the hip-hop culture within that area we're in. But they're not rappers, like press, media, that's cool. Like bloggers, radio hosts, entrepreneurs of some sort, venue owners.
They know it's, there's no bias really.
Because you're never gonna feel. I don't ever want my artists to feel like the person they're going up against is homies with someone on the panel. Right. So if they do know a bunch of artists, if they do know the artist that's performing, they know a bunch of artists because they've worked with so many artists that you want to know them, and that's what I'm trying to set these artists up with, is the opportunity to shake hands with these people and actually like have people that once I'm long gone, you could still work with them, and they can traffic your career into a different, direction for you. You have to invest. People say pay to play sucks. I don't like pay to play. Honestly, if it doesn't make sense to spend money, then don't spend money. Just because somebody's saying, oh, I got this slot, you can pay $100 and perform. I've seen those be the worst fucking slots. 5 people in the crowd. It's like, it's always a gimmick. So pay to play has such a negative connotation to it because it is a hustle move, and that's all it really is. But ultimately, you need to invest in your career. You need to pay something.
Yeah, for sure.
This is different because not only do you have incentive of making $1,000 off of it, but we give you incentive to make that money back. Right. So your deposit is a deposit. We give you 10 tickets once you pay $100, and it's 10 tickets to the general public. So you get rid of your 10 tickets, you put that money back in your pocket. So come game day, you should be out of tickets. 10 people are going to be out there to support you. And, you know, you get to this exposure, meet these people, network with 15 other artists. And then, you know, maybe take home $1,000. We've thought about that. We've actually, the ultimate goal is to make this like, almost like a reality show.
Yeah.
Like The Voice type shit. Like, you know, I even have like a time where like, maybe the artists can like spend time with each other. Like, actually, where they have to like create the songs that are going to be in the competition, like throughout this time frame. And you film the whole process of them actually being artists and creating shit like that, you know? And I'm probably saying to his niggas trying to steal my ideas, I'll fuck him up. But I mean, I got plenty. Got plenty. Yeah. And I mean, we are locked in with Rap for a Stack. People steal it all the time. Literally this past year during South by Southwest, motherfuckers were trying to do an event at the Little Woodrow South and call it Rap for a Stack. Version of you.
Azalea and Cardi B.
Cardi, dude. I fuck with Cardi too. And it was Nicki was doing it for so long, and like Cardi came like super fresh with it, and it's like the comparison is always there, but it's like I rock with Cardi because she actually, because the day we're in is like it's 80% you, 20% your talent. Ghostwrite, you're rapping over your own shit, whatever you're fucking doing. Your music is dope, but people, that's why Tekashi, bro. People want to see. It's all, it's like, and that's why Kanye is on the chopping block all the fucking time now, because it's not about your music. Like, social media is so prevalent to now being able to capture who you are as a person that people care more about that than your music. If you're a dope person, or if you're being followed as for your personality, good or bad, they're gonna fuck with your music because that's just a piece of you. But that's not it. That's not it anymore at all. It's who are you as a person. They want to follow that shit, bro. These kids want to see it.
Absolutely.
That's why I fuck with Cole. Cole is boring, and I get what they say about it. It is. I fuck with this turn up shit. I really do. Did you see the? That's why I like it. Yeah, but it's like these niggas. I didn't watch all of it. Bullet points for sure. Yeah. Everything they got reposted about. Notes. Yeah, Spark Notes like a motherfucker. But it's like that's what I want to hear, bro. Like you think back to the old days, not the old days, but just back when we were growing up, like Common, Most Def shit. Like, bro, I love that lyrical shit, bro. But it gets boring. I want to have fun with it. I want to like turn into a character. I want to rap, Get Your Roll On by Big Timers. Fuck these hoes. It's like so simple that you can do it. You can be that person because you don't got to be intricate. You don't have to learn how to rap because there is an art to it. But when you're being so simple, it's fun for everybody.
You were on an island, a deserted island, and you had to pick 3 albums to have with you, obviously, for the rest of your life.
Is it cheating to put like a greatest hit album?
No, dude, that's what we talked about. So, okay,
because that's what I would do for sure.
That's where it gets deep. It's like, you should for sure be
allowed
to have
now 32.
Yeah, Kids Bop 27.
That's funny. I would honestly like.
Fuck it.
Because that's like just a medley. Yeah, so you just get like you get the books. I'm thinking like my problem with that is the problem with picking an album is it's so defined to that. Whereas Greatest Hits broadens it a little bit because you get like some more of their shit. But then like a Now album is the greatest hits of that year. Or like a soul see, that's good too. Because I would honestly, because what is Now at? Like Now 150? I don't even. Do they still make Now albums?
Well, they make like Christmas and spring editions.
Yeah,
like
why would you? Why would you stop? I guess.
I don't know. Did you ever like go through a stage in your music where you like handed, you know what I mean, like walked around with CDs themselves and around music type shit? Like
I mean, I was growing up when CDs were like my dad had CDs, so he had like the fucking the book. Right. In the slides, you know, the sleeves. So just all like collect CDs was a shit. Personally, I feel like it's funny because I've always lived in my father's shadow growing up as a child, in a sense of I never really had to do anything on my own because, for lack of better words, my dad was just a child. Yeah. Like he had every gaming system as it came out. So I never had to ask for PlayStation because he got it. Yeah. I had to ask him to play it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But I always had PlayStation. I always had the first thing we got, because we had everything prior to this, but N64 for Christmas. I was like, my gift. But I had like PlayStation before that, Sega before that, Nintendo's before that because my dad just had it. And then he got Xbox and he got everything. Like, I never had to buy any of that shit. He always had the new games. Same thing with CDs. He always had fucking he'd buy like the new DMX. He'd buy that. And I would just like take his CDs and burn them and shit. Like, I remember when the only game that you had was Mario 64. Bro, I had...
That's what came with the console, right?
Yes. You get 120 stars to beat the game. I had 112, and a kid that my mom's friend, his kid, deleted my file in front of me. Clicked on it. I thought he was joking. And he drug it to the trash. I'm like, the fuck did you just do? He's like, you can do it again, man. Like, thought it was like a joke. I actually, like, at Blockbuster, bro, bought the guide. I didn't look at it unless I had to, but to figure out where all this shit was, bro. And I ran through Mario 64, and that was like my shit. It took forever because to get a star is get 100 coins on each level. Like, that's one of the stars. You can't find the last one. You're seeing like 98 and shit. You're like, where the fuck is it? So we get to 64, bro, and I even tried to get GoldenEye, and nigga, have fun trying to play that game without your eyes like exploding. It's so pixelated, like, and you can't aim. Like, the aim is like, you play Call of Duty and then you try to play GoldenEye, your mind's gonna explode. You can't shoot nobody. Back when it first came out, I had like, we call them toaster boys. So like the fat ones with the green screens, the gray ones, before color came out. So we were playing it on that, and then Game Boy Color came out. And dude, I was so pissed because I asked for the fucking see-through purple one for Christmas, and I got the purple one, not the clear one. I was pissed. I was a brat. Oh yes, and it was dope because you actually had to like involve yourself with the other people because only some were on each. So like if you had like, there was like 18 Pokemon that were only on red, 18 that were only on blue, so you had to trade. And then there were ones that only evolved because you trade, so you had to trust niggas. So like, I'm gonna trade this to you so you can evolve, put that holding that fucking egg or whatever, but if you don't give them back, I'm gonna whoop your fucking ass.
Bro, did you ever have a Tamagotchi?
I didn't have a Tamagotchi. I had a Gigapet.
You did?
Yeah, I had a Gigapet.
What was the difference? Just like the company, or is this
just company. Tamagotchis did like little like monsters. Yeah. Whereas Gigapets, you actually had a pet, a real animal that's human, formed, or like just real life shit. So I had a dog. So I had this Gigapet, and the reason I told you it's my first lie, it's my first lie I remember. And we're in elementary school, obviously, so our backpacks are like on a rack outside of the classroom. I brought it to school. And you're not supposed to bring that shit to school. So I bring it to school, and he starts crying. I didn't turn the volume off. So he's crying because he's like shitting everywhere and pissing, and he's hungry and shit. So he starts crying, and he's like barking, and it's going off in my backpack. And a teacher in the class actually comes up, and she brings my backpack into the classroom, and she's like, whoever's backpack this is has a toy in school. And the teacher makes an announcement, and I have to admit it's mine because it's my fucking backpack, so I need my backpack. And then she makes me stay after class, after school, to talk to me about how I'm not supposed to bring toys to school. The fuck? And I lie.
You said you didn't know.
I lie. I said Damien hid it from me. So my brother took that from me last night, and he hid it, and I didn't know where it was. I would never bring that. It's his fault.
Is his brother in your same class?
No, he's 2 years younger than me.
Okay,
yeah. So I just blamed him. That's my first like memory of a lie. Yeah. Hola, Pharmakazi.
Pharmakazi? Yeah. That's a lit ass name, bro. Are you? What does that mean? Where does it come from?
Farm, and then ACOSX.
Oh, that's just Chase. I don't know why I trusted Chase. I don't know why I trust Chase.
Yeah, it's not Pharmakazi.
Fuck you, Chase.
Regardless, hello, Pharmacos X.
Hey, yo, Jake, you grabbing Zevias or what?
It's funny, Amber told me, she's like, you're gonna go and be on camera and you're gonna wear that.
We're waist up, bro.
I was like, yeah, I'm comfortable. It's fucking.
Oh, you're chilling.
Yeah, I'm chilling, bro.
Yeah.
Root beer, dude. Are you kidding? Root beer is my favorite shit.
Have you had these before?
I don't know what you're talking about, but I love.
Like, bro, these shit.
I love root beer.
Bro, if you could make your own soda flavor, like, what would you make?
Root beer.
No.
Why?
I mean, you could, but what would you do to it? You wouldn't make it special.
What's ginger root beer?
Try that shit. It's fire. If you didn't see ginger, it wouldn't have mattered. Basically.
What's his name? How do you say that name?
I don't know. You say what's up now?
Oh.
I can't
Yeah, it's yeah.
I don't have it set to like English only in the chat.
No, you're fine. Sorry.
No, hold on, I'll translate that. Fuck that.
You know what Admiral Nelson is?
Is that from like Wisconsin?
It's like like Captain Morgan.
Yeah.
It's like it's spiced rum, but it's like the plastic version.
It's like the McCormick's.
Yeah, it's plastic. It's a plastic bottle. So I get a 1.75.
Rum and root beer?
Dude, 1.75 and a 12 pack of canned A&W. And that mix is like a root beer float, bro. Spiced rum with root beer is the shit.
What is your favorite series?
Series?
Yeah.
What's this?
Like TV series.
Oh.
You watching anything right now?
Westworld. Yeah, I just started second season of Westworld. I'm on the third episode.
We're in the exact same boat.
That's what's up. Bro.
Yeah, Westworld's dope. And I'm not watching series. You know, I actually have been watching one. I'm super late because it's a 20th season, but Big Brother.
Yeah.
Amber got me on Big Brother. I never watched Big Brother, so I'm back into like the reality show game
Big
shit.
Brother's old
It's just
school,
a
bro.
fucking social experiment. It's insane. I just downloaded ID Go. I love murder shit. You know, murders are mostly domestic.
Yeah.
You get serial killers and shit, but usually if you kill somebody, you knew them.
Did you watch it like as a kid? Where you watch fucking cartoons or anything? Or you
Cartoons.
watching-
I'm a big. Do I have a fucking?
Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yeah. Were you fucking Nickelodeon, Cartoon Network?
Both.
Yeah.
Yeah, both. More Nick
Oh.
than Cartoon Network for sure. Jake, you mind throwing me that lighter by you? More Nick than Cartoon Network, but like, I mean, I was watching cartoons like way older than I should have been. To like,
No,
I'm just saying in general, like with general public would we're kind of off cartoons. Like when you stop playing with toys,
Yeah.
I kept watching cartoons.
So
like
what, at that age, what were you watching?
Nickelodeon. Like I loved
What
like
shows, yeah.
Hey Arnold.
Hey, Arnold was lit. Yeah.
Hey Arnold. Like I like
Hey,
like.
Arnold was dumb lit.
And then Nick at Night, like, or not Nick at Night, but like on Saturday, like with like the more of like the Keenan and Kel, all that type shit.
All that was
like
so sick.
Nickelodeon was like everything.
Bro, Courage the Cowardly
Like I was watching,
Dog.
like I'd skip school, like calling sick, like let my mom make me like let me stay home, and I'd watch Nick Jr. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a kid. I'm a fucking 13-year-old kid watching like burp, burp, burp,
Yeah.
face here. Yeah, I ain't give a fuck. I'm just letting cartoons ride all day, dude. I'm telling you, watch it. You'll look at it. You'll see a 13-year-old girl's pussy,
It's Nick.
but they can get away with it because it's a cartoon.
Nick Kroll. What would be your dream celebrity death match?
Ooh, like the show?
Yeah.
Like the
remember
Clay
yeah,
Celebrity
like,
Deathmatch?
But if you like, you know, there were always some dope ones. But if you got to pick like the match, who would it be?
Michael Jackson versus Prince.
Yeah. Oh.
I feel like that might have even happened. I have no idea. I can't even remember. I watched Celebrity Deathmatch for sure, but I was too young to really know what was really going on.
Hell yeah.
And I haven't like gone back and
That'd be
rewatched
so
it, but I feel like that just because they're both dead and there's always been an argument of who's better, Michael or Prince. So I think that that'd be a cool one to watch, and I feel like they could like incorporate a lot of bullshit like Michael's moonwalk or like just Prince's outfit. You know, like it could just be it could be very flamboyant
Hell yeah.
and like but still you respect the fuck out of both of them because like there's no reason that you shouldn't be able to transfer battery power via phones yet. I don't understand that. You know what I'm saying? Like you could like pass photos and shit. Like Bluetooth, it's crazy. Like all the waves we're going through. Like if you have 100%, I'm at dead.
Yeah.
You should be able to give me 25%. And you're at 75, I'm at 25.
So sick.
Transfer juice, bro.
What are you looking for in a spirit animal? You know
What is a spirit? What the fuck is a spirit animal? Like I'm more of a dog man, but when it comes to big animals, like I'd prefer a big cat over a wolf for sure, or a coyote. Like I'm definitely cat over dog. But yeah.
What if it was a big wolf? Like
Dude, I look like a timber wolf. Like I'd fuck with him, bro. I actually wanted a wolf dog as like a dog.
a wolf as big as like the tiger.
Oh, if it could, it has nothing to do with size, really. I like cats like demeanor. That's why I just don't like them domestic because it's like they're shitheads.
You can appreciate that they're shitheads,
But when they're in the wild and they're just like so much like a lion, bro, he does not look at him. You have a camera in his face. He's like this,
Yeah.
just sitting there. His tail just kind of flicking flies off. He has like stoned eyes. Like he does not look like he gives a fuck about anything because he has no predator. Like he can literally sit there and lick his balls all day and it's all good. He's just laying in the savannah, just chilling. Like, and I mean, I'm a Leo, so I've always gravitated. I'm a Leo, so I'm the lion, and then my last name is Rex, which means king. Okay.
Describe your life or rap career in a sound effect. Or not enough. Yeah.
Oh my god. Have you seen an Affleck commercial with that stupid goose?
Yeah.
So they always say something along the lines of like, break a leg, and then he slides Affleck? He's like, not that kind of break. And then the duck or the goose is always like, he's always like, oh. Like, he's always like, that's the side. Like, Affleck? Not that kind of shit.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, it's so Texas. Y'all niggas are so proud. It makes my heart smile for you. Cause we got no kind of we have no kind of hometown pride like that. I mean, Milwaukee kind of gets it because
there's Cali.
It's a brewery.
Texas is
brew city, so
bro.
Milwaukee has like Milwaukee home, Milwaukee love, home love. Like Milwaukee gets repped for, the little hipsters love to rep it. And there's like a brand like it's called Milwaukee Home. It started actually from a girl that I have a lot of mutual friends with. So like a lot of people in my like friend group, my age, rep that shit, and it gets a lot of exposure. It's made it to like big sporting events. Like it's like our thing now, Milwaukee Home. Like, you know what I'm saying? You don't name anything Wisconsin dealer, this or that. We get Texas, and it's like everything's big in Texas. Fucking don't mess with Texas. You have slogans. You have like your fucking flag is everywhere. Everything's named Texas this, Texas that. People really embrace Texas heritage and the pride in general. And then it even breaks down to like San Antonio with all the Hispanic culture and the Alamo and everything. It's just the state itself it's insane.
That shit weird that grows on you though, bro. I remember when I first moved here. I would be like, dude, I'm not gonna say y'all.
I was like, I'm never gonna say. I love the word y'all.
Oh, bro, I do so much shit.
Dude, y'all, because y'all is like considered slang up north because it's more like hip kid shit. But like here, everybody says y'all, and I find myself on that dumb shit. I'll even say y'all's. I'll be like, yeah, we're going to y'all's house.
What is fixing?
Fixing is like I'm fixing to do it. So niggas say finna.
Yeah, that's insane.
I never say fixing.
Fixing means like you're.
Fixing
something. Like it's something.
No, fixing is like about to.
You're about to?
Yeah, it's a verb. No, which is funny because being in the service industry, you get taught to not say like you guys. Like don't say you guys because you guys. I've actually offended a group of women for saying you guys because like we're not guys. I'm like, okay, so you have to say, how are y'all? I mean, you'd say y'all here. That's why Texas is super fucking easy.
I just say
but up there, it'd just be like
all sorts of
you have to say ladies. How are we doing tonight, ladies? Or you could say you guys if you at least had one guy in the group. Yeah, like exactly. If you're like overly Christian, I'm just like, stop. If you're overly feminist, I'm like, stop. If you're overly like a douchebag, I'm like, dude, stop. Like a bro, overly broy, I'm like, stop. I love them.
That tag stood for like, what did it stand for? Touch and go. And I was like, yeah, and I showed that to somebody, and I thought I was like mind blown because I had never known that my whole life.
What is this?
Like the game tag you played as a kid, It said like it stood for tag or touch and go, and I was like, oh, that makes so much sense. Why did I not know that? Like I just figured that out.
Right? Oh, I had no idea.
So I said that, and for like so long, and I was like for a couple of days, I was so hype on that. Yeah, right. Right.
Whoa.
She looked at me and
I know it was an acronym, but that was a word.
She looked at me and she goes, we were probably on drugs, definitely were. And she was like, you just believe something that somebody wrote and put as like a meme? You know what I mean? And I like looked at it, I was like, fuck. You're so right. Like, cause like.
Well, you saw it as a meme, so it could be fake.
Yeah, no fucking like written proof that like the
true 100%.
That shit's been around for so long, and I like looked at it, I was like, you're so right.
And that's how social media with fake news, bro, is like.
I was just like, damn, like you're so right, because I was so hyped. I was like mind blown for a few days. I was like, why did I not know that forever? Like, it makes so much sense. And she's like,
it definitely does now.
Yeah, even if it is fake, it makes sense and it should be it because what else would it mean? Like, give me something better.
For sure.
Peanut butter jelly, peanut butter jelly, peanut butter jelly, peanut butter jelly with the baseball bat. And that was just it was like a famous video of a banana doing this, and it was on E-Bomb's World. And it's like, what was that called? When it went viral, it didn't. Nobody called it going viral. What was it?
Waffle fries, bro.
For free. Bitch, you ain't no nerd.
That's good. I swore you was.
I swore you was.
I was gonna say I know this fucked up story that involves exploding kittens, but it's like real life exploding kittens. It's so sad.
Yeah.
So fucked.
Don't do
After
that.
that game, yeah, it's mad fucked up. That's what I was thinking.
How it kind of looks like
Yeah, I know
Australia.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Just looks like a ribbed whale or something.
Yeah, it's Branden Lake.
A ribbed well.
For real. Ribbed like the condoms, bro. Yeah, that's exactly what it looks like.
And at one point, I'm like, we're looking at the rhinos, and I'm like, rhino, something only rhino. I got superpowers, but there's something only rhino. And I look at her, and she just laughs like, you're fucking stupid. And then at the panda, I forced her to take her phone out and play panda, so I could like panda. And he's just sitting there eating some eucalyptus, my nigga. He's just like chomping on it, and it's like, I got bras in Atlanta. I just kind of finished a little EP, 5 songs, keeping it simple. I'm not gonna put too much thought into it. I'll probably start releasing. I'll probably just release it, you know.
As a whole?
I feel like my problem with everything I do is like overanalyzing. And then I'm trying to like set up the best release and have the best content. And then I spend like 8 months doing it, so almost kill a whole year as I get older. And then 2, I fucking kind of get sick of it. You know, I get sick of my own music and whatnot. So then by the time it's finally out, it's been so fucking drilled in my head that I'm over it, that I don't want to promote it because I don't even want to listen to it or do anything with it. And I'm already like on to the next, and I'm excited about what I'm about to put out, you know? So exactly. And I'm trying to balance that and just say, fuck it, and just put it out. So I have to go to one more studio session so I can actually like just finalize everything as far as the tracks themselves. Yeah, exactly. Mixing and mastering. And then once they're ready, I'm just gonna put it out. I'm like gonna get some album art and like obviously do it the right way, but I'm just gonna put it out. Like, yeah, just digital release. And then I will from there just. My biggest thing last year, I spent a lot of money and time on from producers to recording to then trying to shoot a music video for every single track, and I put so much money into like 10 tracks. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Whereas now I want to have like 3, 4 tracks, 5 tracks tops, and then like just put them out, low budget on it, put them together, just get them done, put them out, and then spend money on the marketing side. Actually put all like the $1,000 I would have put into the creation of it, put that into the marketing. And actually like, so get a feel from just putting it out on who's biting what, who's digging what. And then now I'm going to do a music video for that one. And I already have a couple, like I've been doing a short film for the past like year and a half. So I still have that hasn't dropped. Nobody really even fucking knows about it, but it's insane. It's insane. Yeah, it's been over like pushing like $13,000. Yeah, it's insane. It's insane. Like, yeah, Americo Siller is fucking phenomenal. So this is his baby. I just got to be a part of it, like a motherfucker. But it's like a short film, 2-piece short film, 2 different stories that collide, me and a kid. Like Boogeyman, it's called Bear and Night. It's fucking stupid. Like, yeah. And then that film, hopefully they come out. Like the film still has, we're all shot. We still have to edit it and score it. It needs to be scored, yeah. It needs music behind it. So it still has some time, but it's a slow process because funds and whatnot. But that'll be dope. Yeah, and I'll just probably drop the tape. I don't have a title for it, nothing yet, but I'll drop the tape and, like I said, just really start pushing it, trying to, get innovative with how I distribute it and how I'm getting a response. But once I get a response, start doing visuals for, the trending ones. And outside of that, we're just doing the same old shit. Collective has their summer collective. We're doing that at Scratch House on the 14th of September, which is a Friday. And then before that, we'll do another Rap First Act at Scratch House, 18th of August, which is a Saturday. Give another $1,000 away. Besides that, I'm kind of just taking gigs as they come. Yeah, whoever's throwing them my way,
August 18th.
I'll rock shit. August 18th, yeah.
Okay.
And we were talking about you said something. Yeah, you said something about that, and we actually were really planning it, bro. Like, we're probably gonna do a tour. I mean, we want to do a tour. We have a 10-city tour. I mean, ultimately we need like 16 shows, but what we want to do is get like 16 winners, and like they get to bypass the whole registration. It's more like you just gotta pay for your travels, but like set up a show like in LA or somewhere like that, and just do like you don't have to pay to get in like the regular ones. You're a winner, and to take all the winners and let them do one and like a big show and call it like like it's more like the finals of all the finalists type of shit. So, and then ultimately they said trying to do like the show and just up the ante of what we're doing with it, because it's a yeah, exactly, like celebrity judges and shit. Like, I mean, we've had B-list celebrities like actually Willie the Kid. I'm not sure if you familiar. You know him? Yeah, he's from Grand Rapids. Yeah, so he actually so the first one I got put on, Avery invited me out to
the Kid?
yeah.
Elite Squid?
He invited me out to be a judge. And he kind of used my name as like a South by Southwest brand ambassador. Like, kind of like talked me up as far as throwing shows. Like, I was somebody in the city of Austin you should know, especially if you're going to come out for South by. He may be somebody you could talk to. So I got to, for the first time ever seeing one, I got to be a part of it as far as I was a judge. And then after doing that, I was like, dude, let me bring this to Austin.
He was
Let
mad
me do
big
this.
for what? What was this shit? What was this?
He was on a lot of shit with Lil Wayne. It's really cool. It's really cool to give artists, like up and coming art. Like, there's a lot of artists who don't do it. Like, and there's a lot of artists that give me excuses like, oh, bro, I don't do competitions, or nah, man, that's not for me. I don't pay to play. I'm not gonna pay, or this and that, or no, I'm actually like, it wouldn't be fair if I did it. Like all this, cloud chasing and bullshit. It's like, then just do it. It's easy grand. Oh, I make $1,000 a month doing music. Okay, then make $2,000. And it's usually the up and coming artist. We're promising you like 250 plus people. So it's artists who don't perform in front of that kind of crowd often. So, yeah. Yeah, you're not performing in front of that many people. I can guarantee you that I will bring that for you. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of variables, like a lot of promises I can make to these artists because I've done 20 and they play out almost, the same every single time.
What's that song I fucking loves everything, but the one you showed me a long time ago with the beat was like the guitar.
The jacket that I did for my first song.
Yeah, that was your first time?
That was my first time performing it, yeah.
Bro, those dudes.
Yeah, I actually wanted to perform most. I wanted to perform most of my new songs. I had planned on doing all 5 of my new songs. I just don't have internet yet. I just got it today.
That was one of them. That was gonna be.
That was one of them, and it was only because it's just an instrumental. I have all my other songs that are show ready, but I didn't have them, and I couldn't download them because of the internet, and I didn't know if scratch out blah blah blah. So I just prepped to just do old shit, and features like "Hello," that shit with Droid. That was our first time ever performing that.
That was fun.
That was fun. That "In and Out" with Ray. That's my first time performing that with him. That's a dope track. I love that.
That was a good dude. It was a good time.
Yeah, so no, I'm excited. But yeah, that jacket, I just had the instrumental, so I'm like, I'm just gonna fucking rap it, see what happens. Please do not push me, it's making me pushy. I swear to God, I think with my dick and I act with my dick, and I'm thinking about pussy. How these niggas pussy and my girl be tripping. Is she really worth it? I'm gambling with it. I looked at Steven and I'm like, oh my God, nigga, your camera is shifting. Hurry up and take your pictures. I'm having anxiety. Oh, how the irony. Fuck your sobriety, hater. You do not give a fuck, so I don't give a fuck. Why you still trying me, neighbor? I've been the coldest. I swear they don't notice, and they sometimes I think they never will. You be so bogus. Cocaine in your nose is close. You'll get to my daffodils. Smell my real. I'm from the mill. Traveled down south for some years to figure it out. Cracking some beers, cruising in automobiles like a boss. I know that I'm rapping. When I begin to slouch. Yeah.
Yes, dude.
It's dope.
Fuck yes.
Appreciate it.
I love that shit.
Yeah, bro. Like I say all the time, my mother made it very hard for me to find by trying to be cute with my name. My name is Branden Rex. Branden, not an O, an E. Branden Rex. You can say at Branden Rex for my Twitter, Instagram, literally everything. Official Branden Rex on the Facebook. Yeah, Calm Child Lifestyles. You see it right here?
Yeah.
Calm Child Lifestyles. That's the brand. That's the company. We are the collective. There's 6 of us. Shout out to Ajax Stacks, Philip Wolf, Droid, Tone Royal, and that pretty nigga Colin G.
Shout out to Jules. Shout out to Sevia.
Shout out to
Let us
Chase.
shout out to
Chase,
for getting too high.
oh, finger licking good nigga over here. No
for not-
chicken.
for-